is happening, Magnusites? Several of you asked me to check this out. This is Trump's plan to save our youth. All right, let's check this out. Yeah.
Here's my plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth. On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. A process that includes giving kids puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children. Can you believe this? I will sign a new executive...
Check this out. Here's my thoughts on this. If, as a child, you can't get a driver's license, you can't buy liquor, you can't buy cigarettes, okay? You can't buy corn. You know what I'm talking about? You can't buy corn. Can't get married. There's like all these things that you can't do that are serious life decisions. And it takes a more adult mind. They can't even vote. But you're telling me they can make this decision? With the way children change their mind and sometimes get confused in life, period. And being confused in life is part of the growing process. Adults get confused. So you're telling me that you're going to nurture that possible confusion? And like, it doesn't make sense. Let that person make that change if they truly want to make that change after 18 or 21 or whatever. But not, I mean, come on. Come on, man. When he said that, don't cut his... It's for real. Like, let them grow. Let them, and they said the majority of trans youth end up being gay anyway. Lesbian or gay. Okay, so, I mean, come on now. Like, if left to continue to grow, if you don't transition them early.
Order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures and pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. It'll go very quickly. I will declare that any hospital or healthcare provider that participates in the chemical or physical mutilation of minor youth will no longer meet federal health and safety standards for Medicaid and Medicare and will be terminated from the program immediately. Furthermore, I will support the creation of a private right of
They ain't gonna like that if they don't be getting paid. If they ain't gonna be getting paid, they ain't gonna like that.
Victims to sue doctors who have unforgivably performed these procedures on minor children. The Department of Justice will investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital.
It's crazy as I was hearing that, that if your child is in school and they want to, transition, they can tell the teachers. Teachers can take it into their hands, transition the child behind your back, under, unbeknownst to you. They take it right out of your hands. Come on now. That's insanity.
Networks to determine whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transitions in order to get rich at the expense of vulnerable patients, in this case, very vulnerable. We will also investigate whether Big Pharma or others have illegally marketed hormones and puberty blockers which are in no way licensed or approved for this use.
I'm hearing...
My Department of
Why isn't my space bar working? Making me mad! Why? See? Oh. I was watching a doctor talk about puberty blockers. And, I've heard doctors, like I was watching the whole Matt Walsh thing with What Is a Woman. She's like, it's hitting the pause button. And, well, apparently that pause button, if left too long with young men, can give you a micro penis. Who in their right mind wants a micro penis? No one. Who wants to develop improperly? No one. That's a that's got to be a living hell for certain men. You know what I mean? For I'm assuming there's some guys that get by on it. I don't know how, but that's why I said for certain. But good Lord, man, to not develop properly and
Education will inform states and school districts that if any teacher or school official suggests to a child that they could be trapped in the wrong body, they will be faced with severe consequences, including potential civil rights violations for sex discrimination and the elimination of federal funding. As part of our new credentialing body for teachers, we will promote positive education about the nuclear family, the roles of mothers and fathers, and celebrating rather than erasing the things that make men and women different and unique. I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth. The bill will also make clear that Title IX prohibits men from participating in women's sports, and we will protect the rights of parents from being forced to allow their minor child to assume a gender which is new and an identity without the parents' consent. The identity will not be new, and it will not be without parental consent. No serious country should be telling its children that they were born with the wrong gender, a concept that was never heard of in all of human history. Nobody's ever heard of this, what's happening today. It was all when the radical left invented it just a few years ago. Under my leadership, this madness will end. Thank you very much.
the madness. Yeah, this has been a wild few years, hasn't it? Past few years. So I already know this is going to cause waves, ripples, thunderous anger. But they're children. If they can't make all of those other life decisions until they get older, then they shouldn't be able to make this one yet. Because it's like it's going to, it could have absolutely, we've seen it, serious repercussions. So, you know, man. All right. I think that's going to save a lot of youth. Post comments down below. Let me know what you think, though. And if you enjoyed my thoughts and reaction on this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Subscribe if you have not subscribed yet, because we are on our way to 10 million subscribers. Woo!